Hi, I'm deWitt, and this week I'm reviewing. Now before we start off, as always, I just want to take a quick second to remind you guys to make sure you hit that like button if you like today's video, and if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. But without further ado, let's jump into today's film. French Exit was directed by Azazel Jacobs and revolves around a widow, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, who moves to Paris with her son, played by Lucas Hedges, after the remainder of her husband's inheritance runs out. Now, if I'm being honest, the only thing that really caught my attention about this film was the buzz surrounding Michelle Pfeiffer's performance, which, of course, we will talk about in just a second. But other than that, I really had no idea what to expect going into this film, and I have to say, it's really strange, but it's the good kind of strange. Like, if you're a fan of Paul Thomas Anderson, or Wes Anderson, or even Anthony Anderson, now obviously I'm kidding about that last one, but you might know what I mean. Like, the plot isn't nearly as important as the journey that our characters take. And while I do think that things are purposely distorted or made abstract to overemphasize our main characters being fish out of water in this story, a lot of the experiences are necessary for certain revelations to be had and for them to grow. Now, as I mentioned before, Michelle Pfeiffer is incredible in this, but it's not that this is one of my favorite performances from her, it's that this is probably her best performance to date. Yes, her character is rich, and she doesn't give a crap about anything, but it's not that she's gotten so rich that she doesn't give a crap about anything. It's that she just never gave a crap in the first place, and the money is a plus. Like, if anything, the amount of money that she has just really amplifies the lack of fuck she gives. Not to say that there aren't things that she doesn't care about, as it's revealed over the course of the film. There are things she actually cares a lot about. She's just never prioritized them before. Despite not caring about the money, as it runs out, she comes to terms with her mortality, and she realizes that there are things that just can't be bought, including how people remember you. Lucas Hedges is also really good in this, and I found his story arc to be a very interesting contrast to that of Michelle Pfeiffer's. You see, the two characters are similar in the way that they both don't really care about money, but having grown up with so much privilege, his character wants something that money can't buy: love. And at the start of the film, he has that. When we first meet him, he has a fiancée and they intend to get married, but when his mother decides that they need to up and leave to go to France, he has to call the wedding off. Fortunately, after some reflection, he realizes that he's made a mistake. Now, what I found to be so interesting between both his and his mother's arcs is the fact that as she's slowly shedding what's left of her marriage, he's just learning what it's like to be committed or attached to someone for the very first time. And it makes you wonder as to whether or not history is destined to repeat itself, or if the lack of money will actually help them. While the film does primarily follow Pfeiffer and Hedges, along the way they do encounter several other strange characters, and after a major event happens, they all even come together to form this strange surrogate family. Can't emphasize just how strange this film is enough. And while it does seem kind of random and frustrating at first, because the film starts off as this, what looks to be a fairly intimate story, but then it evolves into this unexpected ensemble, when you stop and think about it, it actually speaks to the film's larger theme about the idea of loneliness, and how all these people, who most would probably deem outcasts individually, when they come together, they form something greater, and they have an even greater purpose as a support system for each other. It proves that just because you're lonely doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be lonely all by yourself. Despite its exploration of what it kind of means to be human, though, ironically, this film will not be for everyone. I can easily see a lot of people either getting lost or frustrated with this journey. Hell, I'll be the first to admit that it is a bit slow to start, but then again, so is life, right? And very similar to life, once it gains traction, once it finds its footing, it's nearly impossible not to be slightly intrigued. Now, for those who are especially patient with this film, I think you're in for an equally special reward. Strange, but special. Because at the end of the day, this is a truly one-of-a-kind experience. And for all that, I'm going to give this film 3.5 stars.
It's a story so fine. that it's grown old in its hopeful retelling.
Now, I was actually fortunate enough to speak with the film's director, Azazel Jacobs, and in the interview, we not only spoke about the film, but we also spoke about our experiences as New Yorkers, which I thought was really cool. And if you want to check out the interview in its entirety, I'll put the link down below in the description box, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as I hope you enjoy this review. That being said, I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And once again, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of losing my voice. But real quick, if you see this film, or if you have seen it, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. I look forward to reading and responding to all of your comments. And yeah, that's pretty much all the time that I have for you guys today. Be on the lookout for more new content shortly. And I'm going to rest my voice. So, until next time, I'm Dempsey Pallot. Take care.